Okay, this is the second video of the tutorial, coding tutorial for absolute beginners. If you haven't watched the previous video, you can do so with a playlist. I'll link the playlist down below in the description. So you don't have to see my face anymore because it's pointless. You just have to focus on this code. Okay, so last time we just introduced what programming is, how it actually happens. Today I'm just gonna go more in detail on this piece of code that was just automatically generated by replit.com that I showed you in the last video as well. This is Java code. This is a Java language. This is the Java syntax. What does syntax mean? It's like in English, for example, there is syntax. Like there is a general structure to a word or to a sentence in the English language, and it's different from language to language. If you go to French, it's a different structure. So here, this is the Java syntax. You have a class. This says class, and you see this bracket. This is the closing bracket. So this is a bracket, and this is the closing bracket for this bracket. So these are kind of encapsulated inside of this. You don't have to understand what these mean or what a class means essentially, but just know you have to have a main.java file, and you also have to have a main function. As you can see, this is the name of this piece of code here. This is a function. So let me just actually delete this. You essentially have to have this piece of code for your code to run. You don't have to understand what this means because you'll do so later on. Just know that you have to have these for your code to run. You can just copy paste them. So now that you know that you have to have these, you don't have to understand them. Here inside of this function, it's called the main function. This is the name, main function. You can add your code. So as you've seen, we added system.out.println, and this is called an instruction. This is called the print instruction. You tell the computer to print a string or anything. Let's say a number 5. Let's say run. And there you go. As you can see here on the console, you can see 5. So we gave it an instruction which is system.out.println 5. So in this video, I'm not gonna teach you something new. This is just what you've learned. Last time we did hello world, and as you can see we used double quotes. This is because this is a sentence or a string. This is what we call it. It's called a string. So a sentence, a word, something like that, you add these double quotes. And I want you to understand that this tutorial is for you to just learn how to code. It's not mainly about Java, even though yes, we're learning Java. Focus on the general idea of everything we do. As I've said, I chose Java just so that by the end of this tutorial you'll be able to go to Python, to JavaScript, or whatever language you prefer. And whatever language you'll move to, there are some differences, but there are main ideas that won't be different. Like every language will have a print statement. This is system.out. This is how you tell Java to print this string. But every language, almost every language, has a way to print something. And we'll keep learning new things in programming, and just know that you can apply the same ideas in any language. So just think about what is going on rather than trying to memorize this system.out.println, because you can just Google this. If you forget like the syntax, maybe I'm not sure, you forget that it's print, you say system.out, you can actually go and Google it and you'll find that it's system.out.println. This is all I wanted to let you know in this video. We just have seen what you need in a Java code for it to run, and we've seen that this is an instruction and that you have to just focus on the main ideas and how things are working rather than the syntax and trying to memorize system.out.println. Like in Python, for example, you can say print, I believe, and then you just say hello. That's it. This is how you do it in Python. in Java you do this, but it's the same idea. Okay, we'll see you in the next video.